Hello everyone. I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First College, Paramsagara. Presently, we are discussing the subject Financial Markets and Services in that Module 3 Regulatory Framework. In the present video, I will discuss about the topic Functions of Reserve Bank of India. In our previous video, we have discussed about various functions of Reserve Bank of India, that is such as it performs various functions as a monetary policy framework, market operations, financial stability, regulation and supervision of commercial banks, cooperative banks, non-banking financial companies, and as well as development of financial markets. Let us discuss some more functions in this video. Now let us look at some of the various other functions of the Reserve Bank of India. The first function is the payment and as well as settlement system. Being a regulator of the financial system, the Reserve Bank of India is taking various measures for the establishment and development of a stable and efficient payment and settlement system in the economy. The Reserve Bank of India is taking various measures, and recently it has taken some of the measures like introduction of NEFT and RTGS, and as well as establishment of National Payments Corporation of India, and as well as the introduction of unique payment interface for the payment of means online transactions, and as well as the introduction of prepaid payment systems. These are the various recent measures which have been taken by the Reserve Bank of India in development of payment and settlement system. This is one of the basic function of Reserve Bank of India. The next function is banker to government. Being a central bank of the country, it is performing some of the traditional function of a central bank, that is being a banker to the government. It is handling all the banking activities relating to the central government, and also on agreement it can act as a banker to the state governments also. The central governments are going to deposit some of the cash reserves with the RBI, and also the RBI is providing various short-term or loans to the government whenever it needs. Okay, it is thus it is acting as a banker to the government. The next function is banker to the banks. The RBI is always called as the banker's bank because it is the central bank of the country. All the banks in India are maintaining the certain reserves with the bank, and they will have their account with the Reserve Bank of India, and also they will receive certain money as a loan from RBI whenever they will find a shortfall of funds. As a debt manager to the governments, the Reserve Bank of India is acting as the public debt manager in India. It is going to provide various ways and means to provide an advances to the government, and as well as advances to meet temporary mismatch in their receipts and as well as payments. Thus, it is managing the public debt in the country. As a custodian of the country's foreign exchange reserves, the Reserve Bank of India is managing the foreign exchange, the transactions in the country. The legal provision for governing the and as well as managing the foreign exchange reserves laid down in the Reserve Bank of Act of 1934, and also it is going to supervise and regulate the foreign exchange market through the Foreign Exchange Management Act of 1999. The next function is consumer education and protection. The RBI's core objective is to protect the interest of the consumer. So in this regard, the RBI has taken various measures such as establishment of consumer redressal cell, and also the establishment of consumer education and as well as the protection department, and also the establishment of banking ombudsman. The banking ombudsman has been established by the RBI to redress the various grievances and various the complaints which are filed by the consumer against the banking services in India. The next function is financial inclusion and as well as development. The financial inclusion is the process of ensuring the financial services to each and every person in the nation, especially the vulnerable sections such as the weaker section, and as well as the socially uh, downtrodden people, and as well as low income group of the people at an affordable cost. The various measures have been taken by the government in association with the Reserve Bank of India in this regard. The best example under the recent measure which have been taken is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Under this scheme, the zero balance accounts will be opened by for the each and every person in the country, and also the another scheme like Atal Pension Yojana, which is going to provide an pension opportunity for each and every citizen of the country at a very low cost, and also the Pradhan Mantri Bima Yojana, which is providing an insurance service to the all the people at very low cost, almost it is at 12 rupees per month. By paying just a premium of 12 rupees per month, we can get a insurance up to rupees 2 lakh. So that is these are the various the measures which have been taken by the RBI for the purpose of financial inclusion. Then the next function is development of institution. So RBI has a result means has supported the establishment of various other institutions for the development of the financial system in India. Example, the RBI has started the or established the Industrial Development Bank of India to provide the finance facilities for the industrial development in India, and also it has it has promoted the establishment of NABARD, means that is a National Agricultural and Rural Developmental Board. So that NABARD is the institution which is creating the lot of developmental activities in the rural areas. So that institute has been promoted by the RBI, and there are various other institutions such as Export Import Bank and National Payment Corporation of India. There are various such institutions which have been established by the RBI. Then the next and the last function is that is research, surveys, and as well as data dissemination. Reserve Bank of India has over time established sound and rich tradition of policy oriented research, and as well as an effective mechanism for disseminating the data and as well as the information. Like other the central banks, the RBI is having a separate research and development wing where they are going to continuously undertake various research projects regarding the functioning of an economy and as well as ongoing changes in the environment. And the results of this research are very much essential in framing the various policies to counterpart these changes which are happening in the financial environment. So these are all the various important functions of the RBI. Now let us summarize the functions of RBI. RBI is the regulator of banking system in India. It performs various functions such as payment and settlement systems, currency management, banker to banks, banker to government, public debt management, foreign exchange management, foreign reserve management, consumer education, financial inclusion, and various other functions. You can refer these books for your further readings. Khan M.Y. Indian Financial System Theory and Practice for Tata McGraw-Hill from the Tata McGraw-Hill publication. E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Banking Theory, Law and Practice by Himalaya Publications. L.M. Bole, Jitendra Mukund, Financial Institutions and Markets by McGraw-Hill Publications. Raman B.S. Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Book House Publications. I thank everyone for watching this video, and please like and comment with your suggestions and as well as queries. Thank you everyone.